So we talked last week. I was on here. I was posting, telling everybody to sign up for the wait list. The wait list filled up way faster than I expected. So the challenge is on. I am hosting the first challenge that I've hosted in over a year. It is called Release the Weight. All right. So it's all about basically taking control of your health, taking control of your weight, taking control of your food, having freedom in that, right? So what does that mean? Well, this challenge is for people who have you been trying to lose the same 20 pounds over and over? So the past decade, every time you turn around, you drop those 15, 20 pounds and then you pick them back up and you drop them and you pick them back up and you drop them and you pick them back up. Well, that was me 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was that person. And actually, for the 30 years prior to that, too, where I was constantly on a diet, some sort of diet. I was trying to get rid of the weight. I was so tired of it. It was just bothering me. I was done. I was like, I'm ready to live life. I'm ready to be able to, go to the beach and feel good about it and not be like, oh my goodness, look at my stomach or look at this, or is somebody looking? Right. Like I know there's people who are fine with that. I wasn't. I wasn't one of those people. Right. I wanted the body that I saw in my head, and I struggled with that for a long time. And so for me, I knew I needed to make a change. And if you're feeling like you need to make a change, that you're tired of this roller coaster, tired of playing that game, tired of being like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds before I go on this vacation. And the vacation comes and you're like, forget it. I mean, it didn't happen. So I'm just here, right? I'm going to enjoy myself, sure. But there's going to be something in the back like, dang, if I would have just taken that seriously. Well, I want to tell you that over the past 5 years, I have been consistently helping women change the game when it comes to their health and when it comes to their weight. So basically, lose that excess 15 all the way to 150 pounds, right? I myself lost 120. So when I helped a client lose 150, you couldn't tell me anything. I was like, oh shoot, she lost more than me. That's amazing. But that was a big deal for me, right? And so for me, it was about helping them feel the way I felt when I lost the weight, right? Feel good, feel confident, and just feel like I could put on anything I wanted to. Like, I think that was a big thing for me, right? I remember going into the store with my friends. We would, this is back in college and even in my 20s and 30s, right? We go to the mall. Who goes to the mall anymore? But we would go to the mall, and they go in like Learners, or some people know it as New York and Company. We called it Learners back then. That shows my age. But we go into Learners, and I could never really get anything. Like, they wouldn't even try it on. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this," and they would just grab their stuff and go, right? And for me, I was like, I know I can't fit anything in the store, and so I don't want anybody else to feel like that. I told a story recently about my kids and what really made me shift. And so the biggest thing for me that made me shift was, number one, um, realizing that I wanted to enjoy life and enjoy it as my full self, as my whole self. So that meant physically and mentally. I was wondering, I had to look back and think about what was it that kept me going, that kept this weight on me? Because I had been on a diet for 30 years. Why was I still holding on to it? And I realized that it was, we needed to, I needed to exercise. I needed to eat right, right? And I needed to change up here. I also needed accountability. But the biggest thing was, up here told me that it was hard. I thought, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to lose weight, right? I would try whatever diet. It seemed so hard to do. I remember there was some diet that I did where I made a bunch of like vegetables, and I was constantly like cutting up and cooking vegetables every day. And I remember the first day I'm eating the vegetables. I think it was like a cabbage soup or something. It tasted okay, but I was like, okay. And you were supposed to eat the cabbage soup for like a good week. After about day three, I was done and ended up, all those vegetables went bad, rotted out, ended up throwing them away. Another time I tried meal prepping. I was like, oh, I'm gonna meal prep. Let me get all my rice and make all this rice. Go ahead, cook it all up. And let me make a whole thing of chicken, bake all this chicken in the oven, let me get all that together, and then some broccoli. And I put it all together. I bought all the little trays and stuff, right? Because Amazon was around. So I bought all little trays that had little space for the broccoli, little space for the rice, little space for the chicken. And I made my meal prep, 7 days of meal prep. I was on it. Couldn't tell me anything. Around day 5, I didn't eat any more of that food. I was so over it. And so what I teach my clients and what I'm going to teach you in this challenge, it's called Release the Weight Challenge. And it's a 14-day challenge. And I'm going to show you how to, number one, make it simple, make it easy. Like, we get to remove that idea that living a healthy lifestyle is hard, because it's only hard if we make it hard. I have 4 kids, 4 whole people that came out of here, right? And so my biggest thing is, if I was going to do it, it needed to be simple. It needed to be easy. It needed to be sustainable. I couldn't do like something that was like, oh, I'll try this for a few months or a few weeks, lose some weight, and then the moment I'm off it, I'm gaining the weight back, because I knew I was going to go off of it. And I realized that's the thing with most of my clients too. Whether they have, 4 kids, or they're just busy because they have a company or a career that is growing, or they love to travel. I have a client that every time I turn around, she's in a different country, right? She's like, I'm like, where are you? Where are we having this call from? Oh, Jamaica. Where are we having this call from? Oh, Dominican Republic. Oh, I'm in Europe this week. Like, so she's always somewhere. She's always traveling, living that life. And when she's able to now live that life with so much more energy and feel better, and she can have that healthy lifestyle, whether she's in Jamaica or Dominican Republic or England, wherever she is, she gets to still live this lifestyle. That's where the game starts to change. That's where you start to realize that it gets to be simple. It can be simple. Eating healthy, exercising, self-care, working on this up here, it's actually way more simple than we give it credit for. But we've been told for so many years that it has to be hard. And if it's hard, then we're not going to stick to it. Like, I know the ladies that I work with, when it's hard, they're like, If it feels hard, then it feels like something you don't have to do as much. So when we're thinking about, and this is what I teach you in this Release the Weight Challenge, how to use simple resources, simple techniques, simple strategies, simple solutions to become Simply Transformed, because it gets to be simple. So using my Simply Transformed methodology, I've helped women lose 20 plus pounds. I always say 20 plus because the most has been 150 pounds I've helped someone lose. So 20 plus pounds, even if they've tried every other diet in the world and failed, right? And the reason I'm able to do this is because that's who I was. I was that person that tried every other diet and failed. And so I got to create my own and understand what the things were that I needed and that my clients needed in order to truly be successful and to keep it off. Because I know you're tired of trying to lose weight for every vacation. I know you're tired of trying to lose weight for every wedding you're going to. I know you're tired of freaking just being tired, right? Like, tired of, oh my gosh, I don't feel like doing this because I'm tired. When you nourish your body the right way, and when I talk about nourishment, I'm talking food, I'm talking movement, I'm talking self-care, I'm talking mentally. When you nourish yourself the right way, you don't have to be tired. You get to have energy, you get to feel good, you get to feel better, you get to manage and have mastery over this. And that's what we're talking about in this Release the Weight challenge. It's about taking this weight off and feeling good about it and doing it easily and simply. So if you haven't already joined this challenge, I'm going to tell you right now, this challenge will sell out. Okay, I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. I have decided to cut off the number. So at a certain point, I'm not going to allow anybody else to join the challenge. The challenge starts October 24th. So right now, I only opened it up yesterday. That's when I opened the doors so people could join the challenge. And we had an influx. So if you're feeling like, oh, I'm on the fence, I don't know, I would say get your butt off that fence and join the challenge while you can, because you don't want to miss out on this. I will say that what separates me from many other many people that you may have worked with in the past. I'll just tell you this story that I had. When I first started coaching, I hired a coach to help me grow my business, help me build my business in a way that would allow me to help more people, reach more people, all of that, you know. And I remember he helped, like he had a great program, and I was really excited about it. But I remember one time there was a conversation where it was like, and this was amongst a bunch of trainers and things like that, and they said the point of being a health and fitness coach is to help people lose the weight, but it's not to help them keep it off. Because if they keep it off, then they don't need to come back to you. And I thought, whoa, that's scarcity mindset. And I remember thinking, this is not what I want, because that's not what would have wanted for myself. Like for me, it would have been devastating to lose it all and then pick it back up. And I've had clients where that has been their situation. And we've had to really work through the mindset to really understand where it came from. And so I didn't want to be a coach or trainer who just helped you while you were with me. The point of my program is that you lose the weight, but you keep it off for good this time. That you get to have that freedom when it comes to food, have that freedom when it comes to your health, and have that freedom when it comes to how what you do. When you travel to, when you go to Puerto Rico on your vacation, you get to go and feel good and feel confident that you get to still keep your healthy lifestyle while you're there. You get to continue to have that energy. You get to continue to feel good, and you know how to do it, so that even after working with me, you get to sustain your results. I have a client, Pam, and before Pam and I started working together, she told me that she would start a diet on Monday. She was the type of person to start a diet on Monday, and she'd be good all day Monday. And then Tuesday at lunch, somebody would come into work they'd ordered something like pizzas for the whole group or something, and her whole diet would be gone. And she was feeling defeated. She was feeling like a failure. Like, why can't she stick to it? She'd seen so many people on Instagram and Facebook and all these things sticking to their diets or losing weight, and she was wondering why not her. She had been in situations before. She had lost like 30 or 40 pounds, but she'd always picked it back up. And so when Pam and I started working together, I helped her to understand that the weight has a job. So as long as it has a job, it's helping someone, hurting someone, or protecting someone. As long as it has a job, it's going to keep coming back. It's going to stick around. And so once we replaced the job and replaced that mindset of what the weight was for and what it was doing, not only did Pam lose 50 pounds, but I just talked to Pam like 2 months ago. She's kept that 50 pounds off for the last year. And so that is what I'm talking about, right? That is what I'm talking about with my clients. I lost weight, 6 years ago? I think it was 6 years ago. And I've been able to stay consistent. And to me, that's what's important. And so in this challenge, that is what you're getting. You're getting the strategies, simple solutions, and simple resources to allow you to become simply transformed, to allow you to lose that excess weight that you've been holding on to for so long and keep it off for good this time. No more yo-yo dieting, no more playing with it. All right. So if that sounds like you or sounds like something you need, I'm going to say join this challenge now. You want to make sure you get into it today. If you're just coming on right now, go back and watch the replay, because we are about to close out in a few minutes, but you want to make sure that you get in this challenge and that you get to lose this weight and keep it off for good. Release the weight for good this time. All right. And that is exactly what I'm showing you to do. All right. So I am going to attempt to put, if you go to the description of this video, you'll definitely see the link, but you can also go to ketomommy.com/challenge or ilikafollette.com/challenge. So I just posted it. I think it came in on YouTube and on Facebook, but I just posted it in the comments. All right. Go there, sign up for the challenge, get yourself ready, and stop playing the games. All right. Because there's no reason to keep playing. It is, you can do this. I always feel like if I could do it as a mom of four, career woman, all the things, wife, all the things that, oh my goodness, this is all so busy. I've got so much to do. If I could do this and make it simple, you can too. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly how. All right. So I will see you guys in the challenge. Be sure to subscribe to this channel or follow me if you're on Facebook, and we will continue talking about it. But it's time to reclaim your health. It's time to release the weight. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care, everybody.